Audiobooks.com Publishing presents Asgard Stories, Tales from Norse Mythology. Written by Mable H. Cummings and Mary H. Foster. Read for you by Keith O'Brien. Odin's Reward. One night, when all was quiet in Asgard, and the Ægir had gone to rest, Odin, the All-Father, sat awake on his high throne, troubled with many thoughts. At his feet crouched his two faithful wolves, and upon his shoulders perched the two ravens of thought and memory, who flew far abroad every day, through the 9 worlds, as Odin's messengers. The All-Father had need of great wisdom in ruling the worlds. After thinking a long time on the matters which needed his care, he suddenly started up, and went forth with long strides from his palace of Gladsheim into the night. He soon returned, leading his beautiful 8-footed steed, Sleipnir, and it was plain that Odin was going on a journey. He quickly mounted Sleipnir and rode swiftly away toward Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge, which reached from Asgard, the city of the gods, down through the air to the lower worlds. When Sleipnir stepped upon the bridge, it trembled, and seemed hardly strong enough to bear the horse and his rider. But they had no fear of its giving way, and Sleipnir galloped swiftly onward. Soon Odin saw Heimdall, the watchman of the bridge, riding toward him on a fine horse, with a golden mane that reflected light upon the noble face of his rider. "You must be bound on some important errand, Father Odin, to be riding forth from Asgard so late at night," said Heimdall. "It is indeed a most important errand, and I must hasten on," replied Odin. "It is well for us that we have such a faithful guardian of the trembling bridge. If it were not for you, Heimdall, our enemies might long ago have taken Asgard by storm. You are so watchful. You can hear the grass grow in the fields, and the wool gather on the backs of the sheep, and you need less sleep than a bird. I myself stand in great need of wisdom, in order to take care of such faithful servants, and to drive back such wicked enemies." They hurried over the bridge until they came to Heimdall's far shining castle, at the farther end of it. This was a lofty tower which was placed so as to guard the bridge, and it sent forth into the land of the giant enemies such a wonderful clear light that Heimdall could see even in the darkest night anyone who came toward the bridge. Here Odin stopped a few moments to drink the mead which the good Heimdall offered him. Then said Odin, "As I am journeying into the land of our enemies, I shall leave my good horse with you. There are not many with whom I would trust him, but I know that you, my faithful Heimdall, will take good care of him. I can best hide myself from the giants by going on as a wanderer." With these words the All-Father quitted Heimdall's castle and started off toward the north, through the land of the fierce giants. During all the first day, there was nothing to be seen but ice and snow. Several times Odin was nearly crushed as the frost giants hurled huge blocks of ice after him. The second day he came to mountains and broad rivers. Often, when he had just crossed over a stream, the mountain giants would come after him to the other bank, and when they found that Odin had escaped them, they would send forth such a fierce yell that the echoes sounded from hill to hill. At the end of the 3rd day, Odin came to a land where trees were green and flowers blooming. Here was one of the 3 fountains which watered the world tree, Yggdrasil, and nearby sat the wise giant, Mimir, guarding the waters of this wonderful fountain, for whoever drank of it would have the gift of great wisdom.